So it's the semi-finals of the Halo World Snooker Championships 2025. And in the other semi-final, it's Ronnie O'Sullivan against Zhao Xintong. Now they've only met twice before, 2022 Champion of Champions, 2016 English Open. O'Sullivan won both of those meetings. So he leads the head-to-head 2-0. But I'm going to pick Zhao Xintong. I just think he's playing phenomenal snooker. He's a much better player than he was before. And I'm just going to have a look at some of the other stats. So as we know, Ronnie's done everything in the game that you can possibly do. Dominates every department. Triple crowns, 23-1, ranking titles, ranking finals, 147s. You know, the numbers speak for themselves over his career. However, this season, his win rate is only 49%, way down. Zhao Xintong's 75%. He only has played in the UK before Christmas and this event, so he hasn't had many matches this season, but his win rate is pretty high. He lost in the first round in the UK, but he's doing very well in this tournament. So there's some of the other stats. He's a pretty fast player. O'Sullivan's a little bit faster, but Xintong's still a very fast player, fluid player, moves around the table pretty fluidly and, you know, knocks the balls in. Got a lovely cue action. So his highest break is 142, which he actually scored in this tournament in one of the earlier rounds. O'Sullivan's 135. Frames conceded. O'Sullivan 17 and Zhao Xintong 19. That's in the first 3 rounds of this tournament. O'Sullivan has 7 centuries this tournament and Zhao Xintong only 1. And frame win streak. O'Sullivan had a 7 frame winning streak in one of his previous rounds and Xintong had 6. So they're pretty evenly matched in that department as well. So as I say, I just feel that, I mean, Ronnie's a legend, there's no doubt in that, and he can certainly win this match, you know, if he puts his mind to it. But I just feel with all the, you know, he's changed the ferrule on his cue, he's went back to brass. It was brass, then he changed it to titanium, now he's back at brass again. I just think with all the tinkering and messing around, and he's not getting any younger, I just feel he's, you know, that will disrupt his rhythm a little bit. That will hurt him a little bit, I feel. I don't think that was a good move, to be honest. I mean, he got to the semi-finals, so why bother changing the ferrule? I don't think that's a good move. Or maybe he's just playing mind games. I'm not sure, but I just think Zhao Xintong is a phenomenal player. It's very solid. From what he's shown in the tournament so far, and the way he can just, he's tenacious, the way he can just fight, keep fighting, you know, and then he can go on 5-6 frame winning streaks and blow his opponent off the table, and he can do that to anybody. It doesn't matter who he's playing. Now I do apologise, this video has went up a bit late. I actually made this video yesterday and I meant to put it up, but I had Zhao Xintong picked out anyway. When I seen the draw and I seen O'Sullivan Xintong, I just said Xintong, you know what I mean? So I'm still going to stick with him. The score is actually now 8-4. They've gone to an interval. Xintong's actually leading 8-4. He's won the first 4 frames of this morning's session. Now O'Sullivan could come roaring back, and he has done before. Xintong might get a little bit nervous, you know, as he gets further towards the finish line, and that could be costly, you know. Nerves is the biggest killer at this tournament. But I think the young man will stay strong. I think he'll hang on, you know what I mean. I think now that he's 4 ahead, and as I said yesterday, I had him picked out anyway, but I feel he will go on and win this. I really do now. His confidence will be really high now, and the fact that he's won the first 4 today. So I don't know. He's a great player. I think take nothing away from Zhao. You know, he's come out, he's blasted those 4 frames, but I think O'Sullivan has contributed, you know, to that, with the fact that, you know, messing around with the ferrule and stuff. but take nothing away from the Chinese guy. So it should be a great match, so I hope you enjoy it. And on the other semi-final, I have already put the video up for that. Trump versus Williams. Little bit of drama there last night. So Trump's leading 5-3 in that. So thanks for watching, and please don't forget to vote in the 2 polls I put up. Who do you think will be the 2 finalists this year? And who do you think will be the champion this year? Please check out both of those polls. My 2 finalists are Zhao Xintong and Judd Trump. I think they'll reach the final. And I think Judd Trump will be the champion. As good as Zhao Xintong is, I just think Trump's in another level this year. But it should be a cracking match. If anyone's going to give Trump a run for his money, it'll be Zhao Xintong. You know what I mean? It should be an absolutely thriller. And that could go all the way. That could go 18-17, 18-16. Do you know what I mean? It just depends how either guy's feeling. You know, some of them, you make silly mistakes. You know what I mean? You get off to a bad start. You could be 5-0 down. Anything can happen in this game. It's a great game. So thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. And I'll be back on my next video to cover the final. And don't forget to check out my polls.